Welcome back, everybody. It's the Laugh Track. I'm your host, Spencer White, with my co-host, Gabe.
What's
and
up?
Today, we have our guest, Lawrence. You've seen him
Oh.
before. You know what he thinks. You know what he likes. And today, we're going to talk about Mother.
No, you gotta say it because it has the exclamation. You gotta say Mother.
Mother.
Mother. We're here to talk about Mother.
Mother.
It's the new Darren Aronofsky movie. For those who don't know, I'm gonna spit some facts. He did Black Swan. He did Requiem for a Dream. He did Noah, the Wrestler, and Pi.
So he does like those. He does those weird movies.
He has like a twist at the end of all of them, or it's like you either like them or you hate them.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what to expect. Like I like Black Swan a lot. I love The Wrestler. I don't like Pi.
What about Requiem for a Dream?
I haven't seen that one. It's on my Netflix watch list. It has been since I got Netflix, so it really shows you how,
It's funny that you say people either love them or hate the movies because that seems to be the consensus for this movie.
Right.
People either really liked it, thought it was, oh my god, my mind, I'm shaking after I leave, or people are like, man, that movie was stupid. So we're going to see what we think about it. It
So-
might be one that you need to really pay attention to fully enjoy. And
Right. So basically, this one's a couple's relationship is tested when uninvited guests arrive.
Yeah.
That could be. I honestly have no clue. It could be
And
people. It could be like spirits.
disrupts
Could
like
be
their
whatever.
tranquility or whatever.
Right. Right. So we're currently looking at Jennifer Lawrence is the big main star. Harvey A. Bardem, biggest role since Pirates of the Caribbean. So not saying much. You got my boy Ed Harris, Michelle Pfeiffer, and then Domhnall Gleeson. Good to see him back in the
Back in the vibe.
Right.
Back in the zone.
Because he's got a couple Oscar movies coming out now. He's got Winnie the Pooh, Star Wars. So love that guy. Good to see him working again.
And right now we're working with a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. If you
Ooh, I got 75.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
When'd you check it?
A couple hours ago.
I also checked it a couple hours ago.
Ah,
Huh.
interesting. I got a 6.4 IMDb, 3.5 out of 5
I
Letterboxd.
got 6.2 on IMDb.
Well, it's gone up, so that means people are liking this movie. And what's the other one? 66 out of 100 on Metascore.
So this
So
is
it's
gonna be
about the
interesting.
it's about the C plus range, no matter
Yeah.
where you look.
yeah.
We saw the trailers for this one a few times. And
Looks freaky.
It looks jump scary even in a way. So I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
It looks just like twisted. Like it's really gonna like dig into your mind and be like, whoa, what?
At one point, isn't there like house on fire?
Dude, I don't know.
Like-
was that in the trailer?
I don't-
Logan, was that in the trailer?
Logan didn't watch
I
the
didn't
trailer.
watch the trailer.
Oh,
He literally
Lawrence,
said
was
that.
in the trailer?
I feel like their house was on fire. Some crazy stuff happens. There's a lot of like screaming at each other, so
Yeah.
it's like super.
And intense music, like hard string grinding kind of music.
I
You
have a
won't forget
feeling.
where you saw it first or some shit like that.
Is
That's
that-
what they
is that the
were-
tagline?
That's the tagline.
I have a feeling this is going to kind of be
You'll
like
never forget or something like
Detroit or Wind River or something, where it's just going to be like emotionally draining. It's like what 2 hours ish,
Yeah.
2 hours
Which
1
seems
minute.
too long for this kind of movie.
Well, we'll see how it is. I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to be tired as hell after this one.
You know what I'm tired as hell of? Their advertising and their marketing. This movie is advertised
Everywhere.
amazingly.
Yeah.
So like in your face all the time, no matter what. They did this thing where like if you like their tweet, they're gonna keep adding your Twitter
Yep.
account.
We had a friend who kept complaining
They
to us
did that
about
to
Yeah.
it.
me.
And they
Yeah.
kept doing it to us, and like we don't mind. We just thought it was cool, but it's interesting to see how like tenacious they were.
Do you think
with
it's
this-
because it's a smaller movie?
They
Like it's
had-
not a. It has J-Law and it's by a big known director.
right?
Is this a stupid plane, bro?
It's like midnight,
right.
dog.
What the heck?
But so the marketing campaign was just like intense, just like grinding, just
In
like
your face.
no breaks, just full speed ahead, which I thought was kind of impressive with this kind of movie. But it does have J Law, so they have.
I mean, what's the last J-Law movie
they
we
have
saw?
money. The last J Law we saw, she was just in one.
Was she?
Yeah,
The last one
she
I
was
saw
in
was
Kong.
Passengers.
She was not in Con.
She
That
was
was
not
Brie
in-
Larson.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Brie Larson.
The last time
Wow.
I saw it was Passengers.
Passengers. So
Um,
that was a year ago already, wasn't it?
I like Black Swan.
Okay.
I haven't seen Jennifer Lawrence in a horror film since House
Is this
at the End of the
is
Street.
this rated as a horror movie? Like is that
It
the
seems
job?
somewhat
I think
horror.
it's
I
a
just think it seems
thriller.
like thriller. Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen her in a thriller/horror movie since House at the End of the Street. I think
Okay.
was the last one. I think I don't know if she's even done any more.
Mystery drama.
Oh, is it?
That's
So it's
it.
not even horror. They
This
fooled
movie
me with the
could
trailer.
right. This movie really is advertised as super jump scary, super like in your face, boom, boom, boom. So we'll see. I don't know.
I wonder
don't
if
know.
what we're
So
gonna
I'm-
see
I'm
is
excited to see how she acts. And
I'm going in with an open
Her
mind
role.
for the most part. I'm just a little worried that I'm going to be spooked.
I'm going in. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about is word of mouth.
Okay.
I've heard just a lot, and I've read a lot through Twitter, just that like, and I read a couple blog things about it too, that were like, this movie's just really twisted,
Yeah.
which I'm interested to see because we've seen a lot of twisted stuff already this year. We've seen a lot of twisted stuff in the past, so I want to know if they're reinventing the wheel here with stuff that like, I mean, just I've never seen before, never would have thought of.
I'm
Like,
a big fan of like dark comedies, weird twisted stuff, and just like super like not the norm.
that's what I'm looking
So
for.
like I'm
just,
kind of like I'm interested in this one.
like rake my brain, really make me think, really make me feel uncomfortable, and then also
I'll make you feel uncomfortable.
the poster, and we'll try and edit. We'll try and edit this in, just so you can see. We'll try. We'll see if we remember. But the poster for the for Mother looks like Jennifer Lawrence is a doll. She's like missing a
Bro,
flake
if this
here.
is Annabelle Part 2,
She's-
within the first half hour I'm walking out.
She's got like a crack here. Like she looks like she's a doll. So I'm wondering what the twist is gonna be. Is she like turned into something? Was she not human at all? Like
Find
we
out.
just don't know. I have no expectations because the trailer wasn't really indicative of anything other than couple people come in, goes bonkers, goes nuts. So we're gonna see what's going on. I'm curious as to like what the poster's trying to hint at.
If I remember correctly, Pi had a twist, Black Swan had the twist, but that's based off the play, so I don't really know. The Wrestler was just a straight up drama.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Requiem. Have you seen Requiem?
I have not. It's been on my list for years.
And Noah is the biblical tale. So it's really interesting. Is this what kind of director is this guy going for? Is he going for the Shyamalan, Christopher Nolan, where every movie's going to be a twist?
Yeah.
Or is it just kind of like, I'll just make whatever the hell I want to make?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We're really gonna see. I'm just intrigued.
Yeah.
Catch us after the movie.
Yeah.
All right, we're back from seeing Mother, and we couldn't really contain ourselves on the walk back to the car, and I can tell you already we have.
Bro, we're talking spoilers, first of all.
Oh, this is okay. Just initial reaction game.
So for the first like 40 minutes, no, the first hour or so, I was like, okay, I'm digging this. I'm really feeling this. And then the last, 20 minutes, it lost me. Like I was gone. I was like, this movie sucks. Biggest build up for absolutely nothing. And then like the last 5 minutes, I was like, yo, this might be the greatest movie of all time.
Logan.
No, I disagree. I think that movie sucked. Here's why. You had nothing going on besides Jennifer Lawrence playing this controlling little bitch. And then she's still a controlling little
very
bitch.
passive aggressive,
Yes.
like the whole movie, without like any.
It was just very slow. And then spoilers. Then you have a police raid and people getting shot in the head, which makes no sense to the plot line.
Right.
And then her baby gets killed.
Okay.
And then it restarts with ugly Jennifer Lawrence.
All right. Well, what did you think?
I mean, I'm still trying to collect my thoughts because honestly, like, I have no idea what I just watched.
You watched Mother.
Yeah, I still don't know what I just
It's
watched.
pronounced
Uh,
Mother.
Mother?
I mean, it was weird, and it was like there was a twist, just like we said there was gonna be, and
All right,
I didn't see it coming.
Before we all go
honestly,
into like all this detail stuff, Spencer, yes, you like it? Yes or no? Like,
I thought it was an amazing movie. It's getting 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
okay. All right.
I
So
didn't hate it.
so
I just,
before, let's talk on one thing before, because I was thinking about this the whole way through. All right, Nathan, real quick, what do you want?
Bro. All right.
Like,
He's about
like
to drop the entire movie.
Spoilers,
on you guys
right?
Can you just
Wait,
relax a minute?
not yet,
Relax
not
a minute,
yet,
relax a
not
minute.
yet, not yet.
So like before, when we were doing pre-thoughts, you were like, due to the trailers or whatever, you think like it had all this eerie music and crap. There's absolutely no music this entire movie.
Yeah, and what it was every single like scene in that movie was just audio based. I mean,
Yeah,
every
it was
footstep was
sound
emphasized, crunch, like
Breathing.
dude, the whole movie, glasses clinking,
Yeah.
lots of just everything. You heard freaking everything, dude. I could not.
There was what
Get it out
el-
of my head.
What else did we talk about? We talked about like jump scares. There was like 2, but they were predictable. Like,
And one of them I blinked at and I missed.
Right. The house, yeah, it's on fire. We'll get to that. All that stuff. Like, what else did we touch on pre-thoughts?
Basically, just like the thriller aspect of.
I was, like, I talked about like how I think I would be like emotionally drained or whatever. Like,
Dude,
I kind of
was-
feeling it. Like,
I was tense for a lot of the movie, and I kept wanting it to end because there's a lot of just like directions it could have gone, and you guys have no idea. Like, is the house alive? What's going on? Is there a demon in the basement? And it's like all these things keep leading to like the same spots, and then they just like fizzle away.
Right, the whole basement thing, they like foreshadowed it, but then it like never fulfilled until the very
Until like
end.
the last second, and
Yeah.
you're like, but the whole movie had me on edge, and it's like I kept putting my feet up and down. I don't know if you noticed that, because I was like, whenever like it was starting getting scary, my feet would go up, because I'm like, I'm not letting no monsters grab my feet from under the.
All right, Nathan, what were you about to say?
All right. So
Oh,
like,
come in, join us.
Wait. What are you gonna say? Are you gonna say like
He's
the
about to tell the entire movie
it's
in 2 minutes.
all right.
All right,
so,
tell
like,
us what your perspective of.
your
So-
perspective?
Shit, it's not mine.
Well, tell us what
I got
Reddit's
you.
perspective is then,
So
since you can't have an original opinion. Oh,
Wait,
that's
should
a
we,
hot
Should
take.
we give our original opinions
Yes,
first?
yeah. Give original opinions and then that.
Okay.
I
You
was
wanna go
like
first?
looking the whole time for like biblical references and like stuff, but like I don't know, I just didn't see it.
oh, you did.
Okay.
I mean, like I could see like, oh, like this is Jesus, this is Moses, this is freaking Lucifer,
Moses.
whoever. Relax, I'm just naming biblical
Moses.
names.
So I wasn't looking, and I picked up on a few things, but nothing like really fell together, except for like the house, like the raid scene. That wasn't just the raid scene. That was literally like the rise and fall of like humanity.
I was gonna say that too.
In the
like,
house.
like I didn't think that in terms of like biblical stuff. I think it was more like a humanity aspect as a whole.
And the one of the main characters, the man, was God. It seemed he was playing God, or some kind of puppet master, unintentionally, without really realizing
yeah,
it.
I think Puppet Master would be better.
And it's like, but the scenes that didn't make any sense seemed to me like just a really raw depiction of like, they started off with nothing, had one telephone, no signal, in the house in the middle of nowhere. That's how people started off.
Right.
I mean, basics, running water, like, and then it kind of progressed. The party, the bumping, the dancing, and then like rebellions, clashing, and then it was like people dying, and then it was the police raids, and then it was the war, and then it was struggle for life, and it was like
I
it was
think-
like the whole human arc, and then it was super
Starting again.
saturated like cult kind of behavior,
Right.
when they were like doing like the satanic offering. Yeah.
You guys got anything to add?
Yeah, I thought he was just like trying to have a cult.
It did
And,
feel
like-
a little culty.
I
Towards the end, for sure.
yeah, I don't.
But I think that was the downfall. That was the final arc of humanity before they finally diminished. Because like after a huge war that devastates everybody on Earth, that's like what people turn to, is that kind of behavior. And to me, that wasn't necessarily like them getting together for the cult purposes. It was just the final, like, diminishing arc of like, okay, that's it, and then they're gonna fizzle away, extremist, and then bam, movie ends.
All right, Nathan, give us your
All right.
your whatever.
All right.
Unless you guys wanna
Bump it up. Let's go.
All right. So, if you see it.
Get on screen,
Talk,
bro.
talk to the mic, not
Talk
to me.
to the people.
Not to,
All
I
right.
don't
So
care.
if you see Javier Bardem
Okay.
as being God in this movie,
Okay.
in a sense. All right. So the first people he lets in is Ed Harris.
Yeah.
He lets him in first.
And can we talk about for a minute Ed Harris? The man's a living legend.
Okay.
Great actor.
All
Great
right.
actor.
One quick question: what was that in the toilet? Like, you guys have any idea?
Oh no, Nathan's gonna explain it to
Oh.
us right now.
No, I don't know.
No.
Explain it.
You're
I-
gonna
we'll talk
explain
about
it.
the
It was
toilet
a
after.
fetus. It was a fetus.
It was a fetus.
I do have a lot of unanswered questions.
Okay,
So-
we'll get to unanswered questions in a minute.
All right. So Ed Harris comes in.
All right,
Right. He's sick, coughing,
I know what a cough sounds like.
and then Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah.
hears him like throwing up. Right.
Yeah,
Goes in there, opens up the door. You see a scar right on his ribs.
yeah, but that was never really
No,
addressed,
hold
was
on.
it?
Keep going.
Okay.
In the Bible,
Oh.
Yeah, this is what.
That's what.
All right.
Keep going, keep
Keep
going.
going. Keep going.
All
Keep going.
right, all right. So then, God makes Eve out of Adam's ribs.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
next day, his wife shows up, and then Cain and Abel show up,
Boom.
and then
Oh, okay. That's a
one
little
of them
bit.
kills
Now I'm
the
seeing
other
the
one.
biblical stuff. See,
and
this is
then
why we do this.
They take the apple of Eden, which is the heart from the last wife.
Right.
Which was love.
Yeah, and then he gets super pissed, and then boom, it's wild.
So do you think like
Very
the,
biblical.
you think like the devil or anything was in this? Who, if there was a devil, who would it be?
Devil.
I think the
The
devil
basement?
was humanity.
Yeah,
No.
like all the people.
Ooh.
I mean, it
So-
like just goes straight to the.
Darren's operating on a different level than all of us.
All right, I didn't pick up on any of that because I'm an idiot.
Well, maybe you should go to church more.
At a church.
No, it's funny because he works at a church. All right,
God,
what were
man.
you gonna say?
No, I think that is like pretty on par, and that all just pieces together. And
Like
then-
it makes so much
and
more
all
sense
the people were
It was just,
were just humanity.
And like House was the Earth, and they were just
and because
taking
life
everything.
humanity is like such a quick like just glimpse in the broad scheme of what everything is like that's why all those scenes were like 5 seconds for
Yeah.
like the raids, the everything else, because that's just
In
how
the
it,
span.
yeah, in the
it's
span,
just
that's
super
and that's
quick.
how it was. So for me, I was like, oh my god, what is going on? But it all makes sense looking back.
Do you have-
Hindsight 2020.
What are some of your unanswered questions, though? You said you had some.
So what was the deal with like what she
The
was
yellow
the yellow
stuff,
stuff?
yeah.
What was that?
Honestly,
No.
I
clue.
thought it was like birth control the entire time, but I have
So-
no clue. Justin has the answers, the
I
almighty
wouldn't
answers.
say the mighty answers. I think that was like her faith in God, you know. So like every time she would get, you know, whenever she would have to take it, she would be like pushed to the edge. You know, she would be on edge, so she would take it, right?
Well, as soon as she was pregnant, she threw it
Right.
away.
So
Is that just because she felt fulfilled and
Yeah.
didn't?
maybe
Oh.
that's because she fulfilled.
Don't
she
throw your
felt
faith away,
fulfilled
folks.
by
Keep
God.
praying when you feel fulfilled.
Guys, this movie was great.
Yeah.
I was saying. I was sitting.
Okay.
I was reading. I was
Also-
reading from everything.
When he said the Adam's rib thing, when Nathan said that,
Yeah.
made sense.
It all
That
made
toilet,
sense.
that was a fetus, and
Yeah.
that was his wife. Oh, that was Eve.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay,
Dude.
so I thought
It's crazy.
I thought for like I was kind of tricked during this movie because I kind of thought I don't want to be okay. I kind of thought she was pregnant from the get-go
Mhm.
because she would refuse all alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
She was having those muscle cramps. So I was like, when she was like, "Bro,
That's
I need,"
interesting.
Yeah, she was like, "Bro, I need you to like dick me down," and then I was like, "I thought you were already pregnant," and
Dude,
then
she snapped when that.
dude, yeah, and
He's
then
like,
they,
I give you everything, and you can't even F me.
Yeah,
And,
and
he was
then-
like, dang.
yeah, and like he laid the pipe once, and that was it.
He's like, I got whiskey dick. Like, what I'm gonna do?
No, yeah. So I guess in all, this was pretty biblical. Is there anything you guys like,
This
looking
was
back,
Noah
like,
Part 2.
huh?
He made Noah, and this is Noah Part 2, basically.
So,
Pre-Noah.
I mean, all of
Uh,
Darren's movies
I was
are
thinking
pretty
more
mind
Passion of the
effy.
Christ.
I would say if you look at Black Swan, that was kind of mind effy. Pi was mind effy.
So on a scale of like 1 to 10, how mind effy was this for you?
Like I said, like I was digging it.
It
I
made-
thought it was like a regular movie kind of at first,
Me too. I just thought it was
but
gonna be
then
a
once it
thriller.
all tied in together, I was like, all right, this is deeper. I'm gonna go home on Reddit, and you know, like Nathan said, someone's gonna give me
Dude,
the
it
answers.
just-
Someone's gonna know.
But it looks like you guys. beat
You
me to
don't know
that.
what's going on, and so it's really mind effy. It's like I'm gonna give it like a 9.
My,
thought it was
my
out
only
of 10.
complaint about the movie was like, it's kind of like the Big Yield where it was like super slow burning.
Yeah.
This one had a big payoff though.
Huge.
But like for the I was just like, all right, let's go. There's so many close-ups
You know,
of,
let's not even tell them like the actual big payoff.
of Jennifer Lawrence.
No, because there's the
Of Jennifer Lawrence's face. She's like going through the house. I was like, some of these scenes could be kind of like cut out, like sped up a little bit. Like,
So
I don't
here's the
know.
thing with all that, is first of all, I think Jennifer Lawrence, and you know, feel free to
she's your favorite
to
actress, right?
spit it out. I think she deserves definitely a hard nomination for Best Actress, absolutely,
'Kay.
and probably an award. From what I've seen, you don't think so? Dude, that acting was like,
I thought she
Just
was
intense.
good. I don't know.
dude,
Like-
it was. I've never seen her act like that. I've never seen her like she can
Yeah,
she can
but
talk
her-
lines.
With no score, with no score and all that, she kind of carried the movie.
Yeah,
like,
she can talk
She
lines.
carried the
she
movie
can-
in her stomach.
She can shoot a bow, but like none of that matters because anybody can do that. It's like depicting emotion just with your face without even saying anything. She
Mother
did
Nature.
it. She did it for the whole. she did it, dude. Is
Dude,
she Mother
is
Nature?
She No, she's Mother Nature.
Dude, is she Mother Nature?
Mother.
No, she's Mother Mary.
Oh, well, she's not virgin, because she
Well,
got.
if it's God.
How do you know? We never saw the
If we,
penetration.
if we refer him to God, then technically.
Woo! Hot take.
All we saw was him holding her by like
Yo, I'm
His
just gonna
pants were
take.
still on.
I'm ripping
Nathan,
this
he
audio.
literally lifted her like up on the stairs and was like taking her to Pound Town. Oh, can we talk about the transitions though?
Yeah, they were some
They
pretty
were
good ones,
really
especially
good.
the shower scene.
Overall, honestly, this
Yeah.
movie is still, even after this review, a 5 out of 5. Like, I'm just happy I said that.
As if it
first
could
thing.
go higher.
First thing. Well, I said it
It's
first thing.
still the highest grade I
Like
could ever
Logan
give
changed
it.
his mind. He hated it, and
Yeah,
now
but
he
you
loves
started
it.
off loving it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you know, I was right.
I like
I,
it.
don't know, I didn't like it, but it wasn't an awful movie. I just didn't like it.
Just wasn't
I
like
feel like
Yeah,
it was.
Hey,
I just
Max
didn't
is no
feel
longer
it.
allowed
It
in the
was
club.
very well done.
I just
I'll
felt
give
it
it
was well done. The cast was incredible. The production was amazing, and it was. Did I miss something?
No.
And
If you
it
go
was,
back and listen to the audio, you'll hear
it
it.
was mind blowing, and it was just overall like truly just a masterpiece.
So looking
dude.
back on it, honestly, for me, it's
you want to get in here?
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, thanks for not lying to us. Thanks for not lying to the audience.
it's for you guys. Like at first, I was like, this movie sucked. Like it was absolute garbage. And honestly, looking back at it, I honestly
10
might
minutes
wanna-
outside of the movie.
Honestly, I might want to honestly go see it again. Honestly.
Oh,
It's not one I could see anytime
yeah.
soon.
I don't know if I
No,
could
no,
do
I want to
that.
honestly go back and.
And
I mean,
Wait,
what time
are
does
you-
this
are
place
you-
open? 9
honestly,
o'clock.
looking back on it,
so you.
I
did-
want to go back and
Honest.
see.
You did appreciate it.
honestly.
You did appreciate.
I
it.
did appreciate it. I want to go back and see like the specific things that we missed. You know that now that we know what.
Okay,
it's
okay.
about.
Show of hands. When we first stepped out of the theater, who didn't like it, and how many of you guys now like it? All right, so we split the vote. There used to be 4, now it's 2. I say it's pretty good. I mean,
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I
Like I
liked
said,
it to
it was-
begin
it
with.
was
I
good.
didn't see any biblical thing, but now I feel super stupid for not seeing a single thing.
Well,
And
the thing is, like,
I
you,
just-
you
I was
weren't
looking
You weren't
for it.
looking for
I
it,
mean,
and
but-
you weren't expecting because you were.
I just don't want every movie to be like that. But then when it's done like this,
Oh, dude.
Woo!
I mean,
every
they
movie could be
marketed
like
it as a scary movie, right?
yeah,
And
that's
what's
true. And we
incredible-
talked about that pre-thoughts.
Yeah.
What's
we were
crazy
like-
too is like all the stuff I saw, nobody talked about that aspect. They were just like, "It's stupid. Why was there a blood vagina on the floor?" Like I literally read
Yeah,
that.
I don't actually understand that.
I
Part.
literally read that. I don't.
Why,
don't
why
know- I
was
don't
there a blood
understand that
vagina
part
on the
either.
floor?
It was.
Can you explain that one to me?
She was like the house, essentially. Like she
Well,
was the
I
house.
She
understood
the whole
was
that.
time.
pregnant, so she
Yeah, but
can't
even
have
when
a
she was
period.
pregnant, she was still
I
bleeding.
feel like
And
she
so
was
I'm not-
connected. Like every time she would like touch the walls, you would see the heart,
The heart,
and
yeah.
it would
And it was
close
dry.
up like every time
And-
something bad happened.
And
Yeah.
that was her love closing more and
Yeah.
more and more. The
True.
more that humanity took over.
All right, this is official. Sorry, taxi driver. This is officially number 1.
Dude, this movie was like this movie had so much depth, and the thing is it wasn't just scratching the surface, and they did such a good job. I thought 2 hours was going to be way too long for this kind of movie, but once you start seeing all the pieces come together, you're like, oh my god, dude, I want it to end because I'm so tense. But at the same time, you're like, I need more information, and they just give it to you one piece, one like teeny piece at a time, and at the end, you like nothing makes sense, and like they make it all come together at the end, and you're just like, oh, dude.
You know, one part that I kind of liked that, like, I don't know, some people, like average moviegoers, might have missed it, but we probably saw it. Is every time she had a contraction while she was having her baby, the house was like shaking
Yeah.
and rumbling. I thought that was kind of dope.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm just so happy that like we can have this conversation and that we can talk to the viewers because I haven't seen anything or anybody talk about it. They were
No,
like,
you know,
oh, the
this movie,
was.
this movie's gonna bomb because, like we talked about, it's advertised as a horror thriller.
And
And it's
Yeah,
super
and,
not.
And everyone's
and
gonna
I
be
feel
like,
like
"This is awful. Don't."
It
go
is a
see
thriller.
It.
Like,
Nathan's
for
about
sure.
to get all these complaints like, oh, can I have my money back? This movie sucks. It's not what I
you
thought.
can't get your money
What
back.
would you consider?
Let me
This is
have
a. It's listed as a mystery drama, but would you say it was also a thriller?
Oh, definitely.
Because
I was thrilled.
I was thrilled. Yeah, I was getting
I wasn't
thrills.
spooked though.
Yeah, it wasn't spooky. I was wrong on that one.
I made-
I don't
jumped,
know.
like,
there were
twice,
there were a
and
few
once was
parts
at
where
a
I was
frog.
like waiting for it, and then it was just like,
Yeah, they just let go of it.
Did you like Harvey Air?
oh yeah. I liked everybody in the movie.
His whole face is just weird. To
Okay,
me.
we're talking about acting, not personal looks. I think he's beautiful.
I thought it was.
I do too.
I
do
think
too.
I think he looks like he's the human depiction of Stonehenge.
He's
and I love it. I love it.
He's very. I thought he was very handsome.
Yeah.
It did throw me off in the beginning why he was like literally 50 years older than her.
Yeah, well,
Not literally. He looks
I
like
ain't
he's
saying
like.
she's a gold
He
digger,
looks like he's like 20 years older than her.
but she ain't messing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With what?
Huh? With no broke.
And any last final thoughts? We're pushing this episode, but this movie has just, like I was saying, so much depth. You need to watch it. Go in there with an open mind and
And
let
then
us know.
look it up at what it is.
Yeah, if you didn't really piece anything together, just kind of look it up and just like you'll be like, oh my god, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you still don't understand the movie after watching this, you didn't watch the movie.
I was thinking the whole time, like, I'm gonna tell my friends, at work, this movie was kind of, save it for the downloads. But that's not what I'm about to tell
See
them
it,
tomorrow.
yeah,
See,
see it
they
in the
about to go
theater.
see this weekend.
This needs to be like number one on your list right now, honestly.
And I'm pissed that it's not gonna do well, and whatever.
Yeah.
Such is life.
So right now it's fresh. It's fresh in your minds.
Certified fresh.
And I'm not saying like your favorite movie, but in terms of just, is it top 5 best movies of this year?
Of this year?
Because there were some
I
good
might
movies this year.
slip it in at number 5.
Yeah.
I don't know what I put as my top 5. I texted it like yesterday.
Big Sick, Baby Driver, Get Out, Wind River, Spider-Man, Logan Lucky, maybe this.
It's in top
It
10.
depends on the
Top
day
10 for sure,
and the
yeah.
time of
Yeah.
day you ask me, because my top 7's gonna rotate.
I can tell you it's top 5 for me.
Top
I don't know
5.
what I'm going to take out.
So, like, you're asking me right now, fresh? Yeah, it's top 5.
Top
You
5.
ask me tomorrow morning after I slept on it, after I had
Dude,
little.
that movie just made me like feel things and see things I didn't know I could feel and see. For real.
So,
no joke.
does AMC allow us to line up in front of the door like Black Friday? Because I'm ready to see it again.
Yeah. I'll line up right now. I'm camping.
Can you cash
I'm
me in?
camping out.
I'll sit in the theater right now.
I can't.
Although there were like 8 people in our theater and there's however many of us. So-
Yeah, we used our Movie Pass too, by the way. If you go to Movie Pass, you can use code LaughTrack for the $0 a month subscription fee.
Yeah, did you guys know that we're sponsored by
We're-
Movie Pass already?
We're
We did
actually
that-
not. We're actually
We
not.
did that episode.
We could get in trouble for that.
Oh, can we?
I don't know.
We are not sponsored by Movie Pass. Don't take that seriously.
Oh, Snickers the other day.
Didn't we do Skittles too?
Yeah, Skittles.
We did the cutter spray. It's all a joke. We're not sponsored. But
But if you wanna,
But
Yeah.
so any
By my
last
man.
thoughts? Any last thoughts?
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, Javier Bardem.
Not for everyone, but go see it.
Okay.
some of the death scenes and like action
Whoa.
scenes are super brutal,
Yeah.
and I wasn't really expecting them. Like, there's a baby scene that's kind of crazy.
So-
there's police raids. Even the main death with like this guy's getting his head smashed in with a doorknob.
doorknob.
And I didn't even realize what he was beating him with until she like. But it was brutal.
So,
first of
like,
all. There's
just-
blood
Don't
too.
go over any of that.
If you
Ah,
made it this far
we said spoilers,
in the
bro.
video, if you made it this far in the video, when you go see it, keep in mind that like while it's gonna mess you up here, it's also really
Gonna
graphic.
mess you up.
There are some stuff
here.
in this movie that like made me
You will never
forget.
Look at it.
You will never forget. Honestly, there are things in this movie that like
I had to look away for one part.
that cross.
Yeah.
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
You will
There's
never forget.
and like
Yeah,
we're
Shut up.
so you're 23.
Am I?
I'm 21.
I'm almost
you're,
24.
You're 20. Like we've seen some stuff on the internet.
Live
really
leak.
bad.
I'll let you boy.
Like this just there's stuff in movies that like crosses lines, and this is like something that
Very close.
I would say it completely crossed the line.
Oh,
For-
I'd say
it,
I just wasn't
100%
expecting
crossed
it. I
the
would.
it made
say.
me sick. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's made me sick. But it was an incredible part of the movie that really just
All right.
yeah.
Mother, check it out.
Check it out.